Can't handle you sprouting a bit of body hair every full moon. He's not worth your time. Ace, I guess you're just offering me a bit of dating advice. But now that you brought me that mushroom extract, we can start working on the mind protection spell Gwen desperately needs. All you need to do is add the mushroom extract into the cauldron, dearie, and give it a good stir and it'll be ready for your friend to consume. But beware, the demon in her mind will resist any attempt to cure her. We better conceal the potion in something inconspicuous. How about a matcha latte? It's Gwen's favorite. I was thinking more along the lines of a slug juice smoothie, but whatever you kids think is best. Ace, we watched Gwen suffer for so long, but now we have the spell to release the demons on all of her. Let's go. Looks like she's screaming. Ace, is that you? The monsters make me see things that aren't there. It's us, Gwen, and you've brought you a drink. I'm not thirsty. Don't be ungrateful, child. Knock it back. Demon be told, release your hold this mind, you shall no longer bind. Ace, the demons are gone. It worked. The mind protection spell worked. No need to sound so surprised. Now, I haven't got all day. Gather your friends so I can perform the spell on them too. Well, at least I gotta say that I'm gonna miss Avery now that she's gone. But I'm just glad we managed to rescue the kidnapped kids before making a Black Cross serve them up as Walpurgis night feast. Strip Morgana Blackhawk of her power so she no longer poses a threat, and do the same for her accomplice, Pandora. Hey there, Ace. I just want to say thank you for getting that mind protection spell for me. I'm still pretty trained, but I'm finally starting to feel like myself again. Well, that's good to hear, Gwen. The fact that human disguise can do such a thing to you is worrying, but it won't happen again now that Agnes League has protected the team. Now, we can finally contact Arthur Darkwood to ask him what the Lords of the Netherworld are doing in our world. Let's go. Dark, we finally got our hands on the mind protection spell. Now, tell us everything. Who the Demon Queen is, why she's... Oh, hold on, Ace. I need to check this spell works before I tell you anything. Okay, your minds are completely impenetrable. Now buckle up, Ace, because this is going to be a long ride. What you learned from Gwen's nightmare is true. There was a civil war between demons some 30 years ago. I fought on the rebel side against our queen and her supporters. I was badly injured in battle and lay close to dead for many years. When I came to, I discovered that the rebels had succeeded in weakening the queen. They locked her up in a magical cage, suspended somewhere between your world and mine, stripped of her powers. But the rebels themselves were nearly all wiped out in conflict. So nobody really won the war, and the queen survived, but was left powerless and trapped in a cage. Yeah, and for some years nothing had happened, but then rumors started that the queen's faithful were gathering strength, looking to restore her to power. That's when I realized it was time for me to stop hiding in your world as Arthur Darkwood, the writer. As much as I've loved living as a human, I couldn't stand by as the queen's supporter plotted to liberate her. To start investigating the rumors, I learned that 5 keys disguised to conceal their true nature are needed to unlock the queen's cage. The queen's faithful are hunting down these 5 keys, and they already have 4 of them. One was the tree core the werewolves failed to protect in Yellowstone. If I had known the queen's supporters were closing in on it, I never would have left the wolves to guard it. So that's what Zeke wanted the tree core for. He killed the alpha werewolf for it and took it back to the netherworld. What about the other keys? 2 are museum artifacts: the scimitar of Carpathia, stolen from the Louvre in Paris, and the manuscript of Ben Becula, stolen from the Smithsonian. I remember feeling troubling at the museum artifacts being stolen. I never imagined they were magical keys to a demon queen's cage. Yeah, and the 4th was a sextant on board a sunken ship guarded by the Kraken, until the queen's loyalists tricked it and stole that too. What about the 5th key, the one the demons haven't got yet? Well, nobody knows where that one is. A rebel demon, Rathmael, made the keys, but he was hunted down, tortured, and killed by the queen's supporters some years ago. I never got the chance to reunite with him after the war to ask him where the keys were hidden. All I know is that he lived in your world under an assumed identity, but I don't even know so much as his human name. We only knew where the final key is hidden, but since he's dead, we can hardly ask him. It's imperative we find the last key before the queen's faithful do, because if we fail, the queen will rise again and punch a hole in the veil between our realms, allowing the demons to pour in. So we need to find a key that can be disguised as absolutely anything. The only person who knew its location is dead. That's like looking for a needle in a haystack. I know it's not a lot to go on, but there's one thing I can't tell you. When I searched for my fallen comrade, I discovered that he lived on the East Coast for a while. Now that your minds are protected, I need you to help me find out who he was, where he hid the last key. We need to head east, Ace. Take this money and I'll meet you there. Talking so fast because it's exciting. He has literally told us everything. Yep. Coast. Alright, guys. Take a look at this, and I will see you guys next week, where we will be on the East Coast. Oh, this guy doesn't have legs. That's not good at all. East Coast, baby. Oh, yeah. It's exciting. Alrighty. Alright, everybody. Talk to you guys later. Pitching 88. Over and out.